Gone are the days of spending $20 on a singular smoothie. It's ridiculous. Now we must spend $20 on a single strawberry. How else will they know that we're super elite and we're super rich? Hi, I'm Nikki. And like a lot of people in their 20s these days, I very much so prioritize health. Whether that's health through food, health through exercise, health through practices to help my silly little bean, practices to help my dome zone. Health is important. It is to me, and hopefully it is to you as well. That being said, or almost probably because of that, every algorithm that's within my grasp has always and forever will be recommending me health and food content. And oh my god, guys, from people complaining about the supposed unattainability of healthy food to complaining about fast food prices going up. Do we live on Mars? To people being entirely out of touch, spending thousands of dollars on truly healthy foods that us commoners could never dream of getting our hands on, or spending $2,000 on literal baloney. I want to talk about this new food obsession, or how it's not even new, from ridiculous restocks to fridge styling, if you can believe it, to LA influencers spending $20 on a single strawberry. God help us all. I'm going to start with restock talk, which has a nice ring to it, but it's basically ASMR restock content where people will buy things, take them out of the container that they came in, and put them in a new container that they bought. Okay, this is the first one I wanted to talk about. It's $4,000 weekly restock. So I'm just going to let this play and pause. Basically, everything about this gives me anxiety. I don't know whether or not it's the fact that she spent $4,000 on groceries and I could never. It's that. Okay. It's not only that, it's so sped up. And also, she's taking cured meats and putting it in these plastic or glass containers. I would hope they're glass. I feel like plastic always retains some of the smell. But I'm going to let it keep going because I don't really have much problem with the rest of the video except that it exists. And she labels everything. Oh my god. But the great thing about packaged foods like that is that you have it, you use what's in it, and then you throw it away. By doing this, it's just waste. It's just so wasteful. At least when things are in their little container, they serve a purpose. You know, they get their life and then you throw them out. It's wasteful. It's sad. If you're doing something like this, and if you're able, just find one of those zero waste grocery stores. I don't know. This feels so pointless to me. It's aesthetic. I think those little vegetable sealers are probably the only thing in this video I find any value in. This woman has so much more content like this. I'm going to show you another one. Okay, I wanted to watch this video because it's a weekly restock and she spends $2,000 and it is almost all junk food. Look at the eggs. Look at everything behind that. Look at the bars that she's putting in her fridge. Not only would I not spend $2,000 at a grocery store, if I was, I would not be getting all this garbage. I don't know. Is this a flex? Am I being flexed on? I feel like anybody I know or I surround myself by would buy one of these things, especially Coke. We'd buy one of these things as like a little treat. That's our little treat for the week. And of course she buys like eggs and vegetables and she restocks those too. Which, if you're going to put anything in a separate container, I can most understand like vegetables because sometimes they're put in containers that don't necessarily keep them fresh for the longest. This is so excessive. And I'm sorry. I'm going to go back. Did she put her leafy greens in separate bags that they... Do you see that? What is that? Hey, what is that? Did you take her leafy greens out of the bags and put them in smaller bags? It could have been in one of those plastic containers, but that wouldn't make any sense because she has 1,000,001 plastic containers. So if she wanted to put it in something reusable, like one of those containers, like if you're gonna be buying all of this plastic that's gonna stay on the earth forever. At least use it. Why are you using disposable plastic bags? Okay, I'm moving on before I freak out. Actually, before I move on, this is even more intriguing. We're gonna look at the comments. I like how nobody is like, yes, girl. Everyone's freaking out. Excuse me, how? Who is putting $104,000 worth of groceries in their fridge every year? Yo, there's misspellings in this one. She's so shocked. Yo, what? Weekly, I don't even eat half of the food in my fridge. Okay. How many kids do you have? Yada, yada, yada. If people are shocked and gobsmacked and dumbfounded, as they should be. Thank God. At least we've not gotten desensitized to the point where this seems normal. But even if people are like, yo, what the hell is going on? Nobody's like, this sucks. I hate watching this. What are you doing? This is objectively, some people it's not going to be for. That's okay. Objectively, though, this content is semi-mesmerizing. This particular creator isn't really my thing. As ASMR Daz is the creator. Isn't my thing. The sped up thing kind of stresses me out and defeats the whole point of like these slow, clicky restocks. I don't know what is so mesmerizing about them, but I get hypnotized. They draw me in. I'm like, show me more of your consumerism. I love it, but I don't love it. We hate it. So I know that a lot of people talked about this whole fridgescaping thing back when it was more popular. I just had to talk about it because of how pointedly absurd it all is. It's such a product of its time. Can you imagine our ancestors? Can you imagine our ancestors over the radio? Like click, 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 click. Almost all of the content I could find was by the same creator. Her name is Lynn's Living. I will say, I find this content a little bit less atrocious than the restock. Especially, we're gonna watch this one. It's a Lord of the Rings, Hobbit-themed fridge-scape. So basically, people will take their fridges and decorate it with knickknacks and pots and flowers. On one hand, yes, it's so pointless. If I had the space in my fridge, by golly, I would not be using it for a hedgehog. A hedgehog trinket. I wouldn't be using it for that. However, I can see that a lot of this is very multi-purpose. Actually, I think that hedgehog is a butter dish. So a lot of this is multi-purpose. And also, I can see a lot of this stuff being thrifted. So I can imagine that once you decorate your fridge with it, all of this stuff can be repurposed and reused. With the restocks, it's all these sets of matching aesthetic containers. If they're not matching and they're not aesthetic, it really defeats the point. So these like rustic looking pots and pans, and I mean the egg carton is a product of its time. That's very us. That's very 2024 as when I think this came out. If this creator has made like content where it's very buy a whole new thing of everything for this one video, like that's lame. But also this content isn't as popular as it used to be. I took a look and her most popular video from more recently has about 10,000 views. Not much more than that on her page lately. So obviously this is a trend that's kind of gone out of style. And honestly, I love that for us. Okay, moving on. Last up, Erewhon. If you're on the internet, you've probably heard of it. It's this West Coast, specifically LA grocery store where it's known for their organic, healthy food, super expensive to a ridiculous degree. There's a lot of like upcharges. If I were to buy avocado oil from my local market basket, it would be quadruple the price at Erewhon. It's that kind of thing. You shop there for the status, not necessarily just for the groceries, which is a dystopian thing to say. I'm not going to normalize that. In 2025, I am refusing to normalize the dystopian obsession with making food a status symbol. This is what we're here for today. 2 summers ago, which is crazy, that's when I saw like one of the older posts about it, the Hailey Bieber smoothie blew up. And since then, there's been numerous Erewhon smoothies that have blown up. You know the ones, but I'm gonna show you a really quick video. It's just music. I don't know how much I can play with copyright, but it's when you finally get a Hailey Bieber smoothie. Basically, this is it. It's just a fruit smoothie. From what people said, it's fine. It's regular. It tastes fine. For context, it's like $20. So that's my qualm with the Erewhon smoothie. You know what else is $20? Not just a strawberry smoothie. A strawberry. And you heard me right. I didn't say strawberries. I said a strawberry. This has also become quite the talked about item in the recent days. Gone are the days of spending $20 on a singular smoothie. It's ridiculous. Now we must spend $20 on a single strawberry. How else will they know that we're super elite and we're super rich? I'm not saying that everyone partaking in this trend is rich. Obviously, we see people buying ridiculous things, and we're gonna watch a girlie talk about it. This one is when you realize the $19 strawberry is actually worth it.
Shit.
I can't really believe that. I'm sorry. I have a hard time believing that a single strawberry is worth $20. Let's watch someone else. See, there's a lot of like people making fun of it. A lot of people are just in it for the jokes, which honestly makes me feel a little bit better, but also it's a lot of like actual taste tests. Here we go. I've seen this girl on the internet before. I feel like I heard about her doing some shady stuff, but I don't know this or that about that.
One singular strawberry, $20. So of course I'm buying it right now and trying it. It comes from Japan and apparently it's the most delicious strawberry. Okay, wow. Does look really good. They inspect every single strawberry. I mean, that looks good.
Basically, the strawberry's good. Okay, that's the long and short of it. Putting aside for a moment the environmental aspects of this all, I understand that California is closer to Japan, so as an East Coaster, I was like, they flew it in from Japan? That's so horrible! I know Japan and California are not as far away as I would be from Japan, which is on the literal other side of the world. However, you're still shipping singular strawberries over an ocean quickly because these need to be super fresh. I mean, they're $20. Yeah, not putting aside the environmental implications, but also that's not even where that ends. They're all individually packaged in these plastic containers. I'm not sure if they're recyclable, but I'm not sure what the point is. I know that a regular carton of strawberries normally comes in a plastic container, but at least you're getting a whole bunch of strawberries. It's not for a single one. And it's $20. It's not even like it's dipped or cooked or treated in a special way or done anything to it by hand by a specialist. I can understand that a bit more. If this was a strawberry dipped in the finest chocolate by my local bakery and it was all organic and the chocolate was embedded with gold, then yeah. Okay, a single strawberry for $20 is like a specialty thing, but it's just a strawberry. You want to know the most delicious strawberry I ever had? My mom brought home a carton of strawberries from a regular at her work who had grown them in his garden. They were about the size of a grape. That's not the size of a grape. They were very small. They were about the size of a grape. And they were the best strawberries I've ever had in my goddamn life. They ruined strawberries for me every single day. Every single time I bite into a strawberry, I think of him. I think of those strawberries. I promise you, go down to your local farmer's market next time that strawberries are in season. You will have the best goddamn strawberry of your life, and you won't have to spend $20 for a single one. I would pay $20 for a single one of those grape-sized strawberries. It's horrible. I live in agony. I can never eat a strawberry the same way again. It's horrible. And this is just an organic, normal strawberry grown in some guy's garden. I didn't have to fly it in from Kyoto. Barring the fact that you live in some hyper fancy, expensive area, or like New York City where Michelin star restaurants are down the block, go to your local bakery. Your local nice bakery, right? And find their single serve pastries dipped in chocolate, fresh cake, the whole 9 yards, and eat it. It's gonna be less than $20. It's gonna be less than one of these goddamn strawberries and 10 times as decadent. I promise. I promise. Okay. I don't know why I'm getting so heated over a strawberry. I wasn't gonna talk about this. It's really random, but I found this video while I was looking for these strawberry videos, and I will preface it saying this video is a fake. She goes on to purchase the strawberry. I'll show you that video too. I'm gonna show you the video now. Okay, so the audio was messed up when I recorded this clip, and I went back to re-record it, and as of editing, this video has been deleted. Not only that, but she has deleted all of her other videos. She also deleted it after it had already gotten over 1 million views. Anyway, she takes a strawberry and she's like, I'll show you the trick of the strawberry. Shh, don't tell anyone, I'm tampering with food. And then swaps one of the fancy strawberries out with a plain one. The video after this is her saying, don't worry about the damn strawberry. But she has since deleted everything else. That is all. Goodbye. And she goes on to buy the strawberry. But what about that other carton of strawberries that you picked up and manhandled? It was that $30, so you didn't want to pay because it's Erewhon? Fair enough. But still, like, that's kind of shady. And also, I distinctly remember not too long ago, grocery stores having to lock up their ice cream because of a viral trend of people taking the tops of the ice cream and licking the ice cream and putting it back, and people had to lock up the ice cream. There was ice cream prisons because people couldn't get a grip. This is a real thing. This is a real article about how this new trend of people opening strawberries and licking it. Do you not see how stupid and dangerous this is? Do we never learn? Do we never learn as a society? Like, ha ha ha, yeah, it's just a funny joke, but like, no, like, your actions have consequences. I don't know. It's just frustrating and it's dumb. Why? Why do we have to repeat history? It is a joke. I get it. I'm not saying go flame this lady, but I'm just saying that if you see stuff like this, ignore it. Scroll past it. Don't give them any attention. It's not funny. It's food tampering. It's unsafe. And we never learn from our mistakes. We live in a hell society. Anyway, please leave a comment about what you'd like me to talk about next. Any strange internet happenings, any weird trends you've seen. I'd love to hear it. I love to yap. I want to know what you think about any or all of these things that I mentioned. Like, subscribe, and leave a comment. I hope you have a beautiful day. You've been wonderful to chat to. Goodbye.